Hi guys! So today we're going to be doing some long, square, fruity nails. I thought I'd do something bright. I am only going to show you one on camera because I'm not going to lie, these took me a while. And it's pretty much the same process on every single finger, so I'm going to show you me putting on all 5 tips and prepping them. I'm just showing you that I've got my peel off base coat on, which I use because I create content, and that's the only sole purpose for it really. But yeah, I'm just sorry, clearing my throat there. I just want to apologise first because of the video orientation. I've got a new setup and I didn't realise I've literally filmed like straight rather than sideways. So because I've filmed straight up, it looks sideways when I've orientated it to the right angle. So I do apologise, it is sideways, but I'm going to try and get that sorted for the next video. But yeah, I'm just putting some 4-in-1 glue gel down in the nail tip and I'm just lining it up. In fact, I didn't put enough in this gel tip, so I had to go in with a bit more. Sorry it's been such a big gap between videos. I have been waiting for this new setup to come, so I do apologise for that. Also I've not felt the best recently, so in my health, as most of you know, if you're a regular to the channel, I've got health issues, and hopefully, you know, like I said, I can get back on it maybe a bit more now I've got a new setup, but I will 100% make sure that the video orientation's right next time, guys. I do really apologise. So as you can see, well, you can't really see, but off to the side there, I've got a flash cure lamp. Basically just flash curing each nail for about 30 seconds, just so that it holds on the nail. And then I'll go in with a full flash cure, let me try it again. A full cure in a big lamp, a full powered lamp for like 60 seconds. So what you're seeing me do off to the side now is basically just flash curing. So every time you see me going off to the side like that, I'm just getting the nail tip attached basically, and to the point where it's not going to move. But I'll basically be back with you in a minute once I've done this process and I've done my big cure in the big lamp off screen. just had a full 60-second cure now. You will see me come into frame. I did clip 2 of the nails off the camera. I didn't even realise I wasn't in the camera shot, so I do apologise. But I've got these, people might ask, for people that don't really know about nails all that much, why I've got a load of magnets stuck to my nail cutter, and this is basically a trick that most nail techs use so that you can get the right level on each nail. So yeah, now that they're cut, I did just file them, like did the free edge where I'd cut. I filed that off camera because it was a bit hard to do under the new light, but you didn't really miss anything. I was just straightening everything out. So I'm just going in with the buffing block now, and I'm just getting rid of all the shine on each nail. And once I do that, I'll give it a quick rub and get rid of all the dirt with a lint-free wipe and some isopropyl alcohol, and then we'll get into the designing process then after that. So I'll just let you watch. I'll be back in a minute. Another thing I wanted to come in and apologise for, guys, is that my hands are not in the best condition at the moment. I suffer with dermatitis, and this time of year it affects it the most when it's like warmer weather and, like, you know, the air's more dry. So I'm going in with this D476. Again, I apologise because it is sideways, but it should be straight. This is a beautiful, amazing, like mid-toned cat eye purple gel polish, and you'll see what I mean by cat eye if you don't understand what it is. But basically, I'm going in with 2 coats of this, curing for 60 seconds. I'm only going about 2/3 the way down the nail because I'm going to be coming in with another colour at the cuticle area and blending that down. But what I do is with this first layer, because I want to put more than like 1 layer down, I basically get my cat's eye magnet, which you'll see in a minute, which is like a 4-pointed magnet, and I just go over the top of it, and I just take away, I like deactivate the cat's eye gel polish, so it's basically just the base colour. It's just that like jelly purple, and that's only because when I come in to do the second layer, I'll bring the cat eye effect out properly then, instead of demagnetizing it. That's what we call that stage then. That was demagnetizing it. So that's just had a 60-second cure, and it's coming back out of the light, and I'm just painting the second coat, and hopefully the camera will pick up the beautiful effect that the cat eye polish creates. Is really, really pretty. And I did, like I said, I only show you 1 nail, but I'm gonna put all the other colours that I didn't use, like that you didn't see me use in the video on my other nails, I'm gonna put them down in the description. so that you can know what I've used in case you want to maybe go and purchase them yourself, or ask your nail tech if you're just someone that watches videos. These are got off AliExpress, this brand, and I tell you what, they're absolutely stunning, these gel polishes. So they don't look like much at the moment, but at the end I've inserted a picture of the nails like fully done. And them colours, they glow in the dark. And not only that, well, I didn't include a glow in the dark picture, so I do apologise, but they glow in the dark, and also they're like flash activated. So when you take like a picture on your phone with your flash, the glitters come out like major sparkles, which, like I said, you will see at the end. If you stick around till the end, I've inserted a picture of like my thumb and then my four fingers after the thumb. So you'll see what I mean if you stick around till the end. But I will say these polishes this brand of polish that I'm using now, I'm sorry, I don't really know how to pronounce it, so that's why I'm not trying to say its name and make a fool out of myself. But they come in a set, and to be honest, you get quite a fair few colours in, and I think it's quite a good price as well. So like I said, what I'll do is I'll leave a link to the set of gel polishes for that down in the description, and then I will put what brand and like what colours I've used for the other nails. Obviously any of the colours that are at the cuticle area, they're all part of that collection, so they're all part of that gel polish collection. So that's just had a 60-second cure, and I'm going in with a second coat now. And I mean, these were pretty standard, and like I said, I'm sorry I didn't show you like every single nail, but I just thought it'd be a bit repetitive because it's the same on every single finger, just with like different colours. So, and I didn't think you'd want to keep seeing the same process over and over and over again. Whereas like sometimes, like when I'm doing a set of nails, I'll have two nails that are the same, another nail that's different, and then two other nails that might be same or similar. So it's a bit different when I'm doing a set like that, you know, because there's more than one process. Whereas this was literally just the exact same on every single nail. It's just that I use different colours. So that's just at a 60-second cure now as well in the lamp. I'm using a mirror like shine top coat, like a no wipe mirror shine top coat, and I'm basically just going to go with this over the entire nail, because after this has had a 60-second cure and it's come out of the lamp, I'm going to be showing you a 3D piece of nail art that I've made, which I've made for every single nail, which you'll see after I've finished doing this nail. But basically I went with like fruits, obviously, so I know it's like upside down, but basically it's grapes. So I made grapes for this one. So we've got a grape nail, a strawberry nail, a lemon nail, an orange nail, and a cherry nail. So I just kind of, I don't know, so I suppose just pick some random fruits and then just kind of created some kind of mishmash of like cohesion. And to be honest, it all really worked. Like, I was really happy with these at the end. Don't get me wrong, I'm one of these people, I couldn't live with nails as long as these were, like on a day-to-day basis. I'd love to be able to, because what woman doesn't want long nails? But yeah, they're definitely long, to say the least. So I'm just going to take the cap off my rhinestone gel, which is what I'm struggling to do here off camera. I got there eventually though. And I'm just putting, where I think that I want that charm, I'm just putting like a good amount of blob down so that I can, you know, I can hold it into position. And then I'm basically just getting that, placing it on top of the nail. Obviously I've got a glove on, so it doesn't really matter on my other hand if my glove slightly touches it, but I'm just trying to get it to where I want it. I do faff about with this a lot on each of the nails, so I do apologise. And I'm just holding like a mini flash cure lamp, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just flash cure them all into place, and then at the end, once I've got all of them done, I'm going to put them in the big lamp and cure for 60 seconds so that they're 100% not going to go anywhere and they're going to be cured into place. Right, so these are all of the colours. Like I said, I've done them all now. And like I said, every single one of them, the tip is like the cat's eye gel, and then towards where your cuticle is, that's part of the same gel polish range. So like I said, what I'll do is in the comments, not the comments, sorry, the description, I'll put where I got each of the colours from. I might not have links to all of them because most of them will have come as part of a set, because I do tend to buy a lot of sets. But what I can do is I can put the brand and then the colour number or the colour name, and then obviously you can go and look for yourself for the sets if you want. Yeah, I do apologise because it's a lot of me just farting about with these pieces of 3D fruit that I made. If anyone's interested in what I used to make them, I basically just took some 3D sculpting clay, like nail clay, and just basically made them into the shape that I wanted them, and then just painted on top of them. I mean, obviously most of them are the correct colour. I've got like a little set of, I think I got the little set of clay, nail clay from like, it could have been Temu or AliExpress, like ages ago. Like that was before I even started my YouTube channel. So they're pretty easy to find. Just type in like 3D nail clay if you're looking for anything like that, and you pretty much find it, or 3D nail sculpting clay. But again, just taking that flash cure lamp and just flash curing each of the fruits onto the correct nail. And if anyone's wondering what this pink thing is, it's actually, it's like a nail stand, so it's like actually there to hold your finger into place. I got some of these because I thought maybe that it'd be easier for me to show you guys and have my hand in like one specific place. And obviously with filming, I thought it might have helped with that as well. So yeah, I'll have to just keep seeing how I feel about it. I mean, it's made life easier so far, so I can't really complain. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Like I said, I do apologise I didn't show you every nail, but I just didn't see the point because the process is the exact same. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching these like bright, colourful nails. I just wanted to do something a bit more fun. Because I'm very much, it's weird, I like bright stuff, but then I also like dark stuff as well, so it's really weird. I'm a bit of both, a bit of like a mix of both. Like if someone said to me, do you prefer dark nails, bright nails, nude nails, whatever, I'd be like, oh yeah, I like dark nails, and I like pink and bright nails, and like, so it's really weird. So I made that charm, but I didn't realise that it had been defected in the process. So thankfully I had a second cherry that I could put on there. But hopefully you guys are all doing well and all having a good day, night, week, evening, wherever you are in the world. Like I said, I'm feeling a bit better in myself now, so, and obviously I've got my new setup, so I've just got to figure that out, and hopefully I can get some more videos out for you guys. And yeah, if you've got any suggestions or any questions, please feel free to leave them down in the comments. You're always welcome. And obviously I'll answer them to the best of my ability. I will say I'm not usually a huge fan of like greens and yellows and oranges because they're not really my kind of colours. I'm more of like purple, blue, mint, teal, pink kind of girl when it comes to like colours on the nails, but these were actually like super fun, and like I actually really did like the orange and the yellow nail as well, which I was shocked at because I was just like, I'm not used to like actually liking colours like that. So I was pretty blown away, and like I said, they look pretty standard here, but if you go and actually like wait until the end and you go and look and see the pictures I've put on the end of the video, the flash activation is like absolutely mental in them bottom, in the glitters that I used, the glitter gel polish that I used at the bottom of the nails. Like, it's actually mental. I do apologise because I'm just faffing while I'm waiting for them to cure. Right, so they've fully cured now, and I've just took them out of the lamp, and this is basically the finished result. I do put some cuticle oil on. I didn't include that in the video, but you do see it on the pictures, so my fingers look a little greasy, you know why. But yeah, hopefully you guys have liked this video, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your week, and well, I'll catch you all hopefully very soon. And like I said, feel free to leave any comments or suggestions or anything, questions in the comments. I'll answer them to the best of my ability, and I will leave everything that I didn't include in the video in the description. Bye guys.